Art, Money, and Success. Chapter 4, Establish a Niche. Read by me, Maria Brophy, the author. It's okay to do a lot of different things, but if you want to sell your work, you have to focus on just one market at a time. Now, before I go on reading this chapter, I wanted to invite you to hit subscribe to the YouTube channel so you are notified every time I post another chapter. And also, I want to invite you to get your free downloads, and you can do that by going to mariabrophy.com/book. And you can sign up to get free worksheet downloads that go with this book, and you're going to need them for this chapter. Without the downloads, you could use a notebook and a pen. Establishing a niche means to place your focus into one specialty area, creating a specific style or type of work, and marketing it to a specific buyer. When selling art, it's easier to make sales within a small niche than it is to sell to the impossibly large niche of everyone. Take, for example, an artist who only paints equestrian-themed art. Selling art that depicts horses is much easier than selling a general theme. This is because it's easier to find buyers of horse art. You simply reach your buyers by going to equestrian-themed events, races, and charities. You are guaranteed that almost everyone at an equestrian event loves horses. Mary Englebright is one of the top-selling illustrators in the world. She reached success over 30 years ago when she developed a popular greeting card line. Later, she went on to license her art for thousands of products. Her colorful illustrations target the niche of women, specifically mothers. Her work is sold on products that mothers buy and in stores where mothers shop. Her illustrations and captions perfectly appeal to her target audience. It's much easier to reach a target audience when you work within a clearly defined niche. And then, when you reach that target audience, you can use the right language to speak directly to them and entice them to buy. In the case of Maria Englebright, she wouldn't sell her products in men's stores, nor would she market to teenage girls. She is laser focused on her target market, and all of her marketing language and advertising is designed to reach and attract her target niche market. That's why this is so effective. When you design your art marketing to attract a niche market, you are speaking directly to them, using language that resonates with them. And when you speak directly to them, they will better connect with your work and want to buy. Having an established niche gets results in just about any business. When I started writing my blog, I wrote specifically for artists about the business of art. One of my friends warned me, if you want your blog to be popular, stop writing for artists. Write for a wider audience. He meant well, but he was wrong. I discovered that when I wrote specifically about the business of art, I would get a greater response from readers. Once I figured this out, I decided to follow my passion and write just for artists. After all, that's where my knowledge and experience is. Writing for a small niche has gained me more readers, not less. When I tell artists that they too will have greater success if they market within a niche, many tell me that they struggle to figure out what their niche is. Some artists say they don't want a niche because they like creating a variety of themes and mediums and markets. They don't want to feel constricted. If this is you, know this. It's okay to work on a variety of themes and mediums. Never stop experimenting with a lot of different things. But if you want to sell your work in high volume, you have to choose a niche to focus on when marketing your art. Focus is necessary if you want to make a living selling your work. You'll have a tough time creating financial success by trying to be known as the artist who does everything. If you are one who is resisting selling within a niche, don't give up on this strategy just yet. Read on, and maybe we can help you carve out a niche that feels good to you. How a niche helps your work stand out. Below are commonly asked questions that I've received from artists. How do I stand out in a field that is so competitive? How do I find people who will love my work? How do I get my paintings in front of more buyers? The answer to all of these questions is the same, and that is to establish a niche. When we focus in one area and we consistently work on it, we get better and better at it. Eventually, we become the go-to person in that niche. We become known for our work. Once we are known for it, people will come to us for it. See how that works? Think of some of the most famous artists and you'll see they all worked within a niche. I'll give you a few examples. Anne Geddes, photographer of tiny babies placed in flowers and plants. Thomas Kincaid, painter of little collages in bucolic settings. Jackson Pollock used a unique technique of splatter and action pouring paint on canvas. Keith Haring, a distinctive style of pop art with a theme of New York culture. Many artists start by experimenting with lots of styles until they find something they're good at that people love. Then they stop experimenting and double down on that style, making it their own. We can also look at many not quite as famous artists who have found their niche and are incredibly successful. The following examples are all living artists who have built up profitable businesses and are making a good living with their art. I recommend you look them up online to see what they're doing. Clark Little photographs the shore break of waves in Hawaii. Wyland paints whales and sea life. Michael Goddard paints playful olive characters in martini glasses. Fabio Napoleoni, he's one of my favorites, paints the theme of sad characters and hearts. The best example I can share is the one in which I have direct experience, and that's with marketing Drew's work in the super micro niche of surf art. Drew started his art career painting surfboards. I don't know of a smaller niche than that. Surfing is only enjoyed in coastal areas where there are waves, and of the few surfers out there, a small percentage can afford to buy art, and of those, only a fraction are buyers of Drew's art. But the benefit of being an artist in a small niche was this. His name became well known as the artist who painted surfboards. After 25 years of being known for surf art and teaching thousands of artists his techniques, Drew is one of the most sought-after surfboard artists alive today. His fine art surfboards are some of the highest priced on the market and are collected by celebrity musicians and athletes. Had Drew attempted to become known for painting everything and anything, his career would have gone a little differently. Being known as a surf artist has not stopped Drew from experimenting with other themes and mediums. Painting surfboards is now only a small part of what he does. His newer passion is working within another small niche, sacred geometry art. For each niche, we focus our marketing and sales directly to the buyer. For Drew's sacred geometry art, we directly target people who have an interest in quantum physics, mathematics, and the metaphysical. For Drew's surf art, we target people who love the ocean and surfing lifestyle. Here's another example of marketing directly to your niche rather than marketing your art broadly. In 2015, we invested monthly in advertising Drew's Sacred Geometry Fine Art in a beautiful Laguna Beach art magazine, which was widely distributed. We were disappointed that after a year, we still hadn't received any calls from the ad. It was an expensive investment that got 0 results. We moved our advertising to a much smaller magazine that catered to people interested in the metaphysical. Within 2 days of the magazine hitting the stands, we received 2 phone calls that led to new collectors of Drew's sacred geometry art. The success of the ad was due to the fact that our advertisement spoke directly to the readers. It focused on the meditation features of the art. Marketing directly to people within a niche and positioning it to appeal to their passions and interests will be more successful than targeting everyone and hoping someone likes it. Niche categories. Establishing a niche doesn't mean that you can't experiment with new themes or styles. It just means that you will choose one area to focus your marketing efforts on so that you experience greater results in sales. If you are working in different styles and themes, choose your most popular or favorite to focus on marketing first. After focusing on that for a few years and growing sales and a reputation for it, then you can branch out and market in another niche as well. If you're still unsure how to establish a niche, here are a few examples. 1. Style. If you have a very distinctive style or medium that you use or technique that you invented, this could be your niche. A great example of a niche style is my good friend, photographer Matt Schwartz, who is known for creating large format Polaroids of girls, surfing, and global travels. He has a very distinct style. His work is so distinct that when others attempt to mimic his style, it's evident. Number 2, lifestyle. This is the easiest niche to establish. If you're passionate about a particular lifestyle, hobby, sport, or activity, your passion can be your niche. For example, artist Guy Harvey. He's an avid fisherman and diver, and he paints fish and ocean lifestyle-related images. He is extremely well known for his fishing lifestyle art. Below are a few more examples of lifestyles that can be established as your niche. Harley biker, bird watcher, adventure sport, African, or insert location here, travel photographer, gamer, gardening, cooking, theater. Number 3, geographic location. Become known as the artist of your local community. This works very well in tourist areas. The small beach town that I live in, San Clemente, California, has an artist that has been known as the local San Clemente artist for decades. All of Paul Gavin's paintings are of the San Clemente lifestyle, which includes landscapes and beach lifestyle scenes. His art is displayed in the local post office, and the city of San Clemente has commissioned him to create art for outdoor installations all over town. A brilliant movie made many years ago was to team up with a busy local restaurant on the San Clemente Pier. On weekends, he's outside on the patio of the restaurant, exhibiting and selling his work to tourists and locals. He does very well, being known as the San Clemente artist. Number 4, purpose. Become known as the artist who is for or against something, or who is helping to raise awareness of a cause or a need by society. Artist Kate Sikorsky dedicated her time to creating a surf camp for Muslim women. She called it the Burkini Project, which allowed Muslim women to enjoy the ocean, utilizing swimsuit technology that preserved their religious values while allowing them to surf. Kate then created a series of large-scale mixed media drawings that documented the event in art. Your niche. Now, let's figure out what your niche is. The Establish Your Niche worksheet will help you. If you haven't already done so, you can download my worksheets at www.mariabrophy.com/book. Or you can just answer these questions in a notebook. Thinking is our greatest tool. When we allow ourselves time to think every day and write down our questions and brainstorm solutions, we will lay out a foundation for our career that will be strong and successful. Right now, while this chapter is fresh in your mind, grab a pen and go sit somewhere quiet. Be prepared to take time and truly reflect and consider the answers that you write. Here are the questions. And don't worry if you don't have all of your answers right away. They will come. What hobbies or activities do I love doing the most? Lifestyle. Where would I be happiest living? What do I really feel passionate about? What is one thing that sets my work apart from others? What project did I do in the past that I really, really enjoyed and that flowed out of me easily? Why was it so easy for me? Where do I want to focus my time and efforts? Now review the answers that you wrote down to these questions and ask yourself what aspects of these stand out. For example, if you wrote that you love painting island flowers with oils and you live on Maui and you're passionate about flowers and the work just flows out of you, your niche might be that of a Maui artist who creates oil paintings of local island flowers. That's the end of this chapter. I hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.